Buffalo -3. That's what it is in a preseason game tomorrow between the Carolina Panthers and the Buffalo Bills. Good morning, everybody. Paul Ihander with you. Max Goren is here as well. You made it. You made it through another mid-August week. You've reached the Friday. I've reached my Friday, too, but for both Max and myself, it's going to be a much longer day as we get ready for another high school OT jamboree at Trentini Stadium in Wake Forest High School tonight, where it's going to be 900,000 degrees, I'm told, but it'll be nice and cool in the press box where Max will be. Max, good morning.
Good morning, Paul.
You trying to keep the pipes warmed up for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's my first time. It's my first time calling football, so much like it is a kind of preseason scrimmage exhibition type deal for the teams to kind of get ready for week one. It is just the same for me to prepare for doing some of the high school OT games of the week this year. So. I'm looking forward to getting reps in just like the players and seeing some of the highly anticipated teams for this season of high school football.
Yeah, Tim Donnelly and Drive will be out there today from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock in Wake Forest at Trentini Stadium ahead of tonight's high school OT jamboree. You can still get tickets in advance, $15, $20 at the gate, though, so you can save yourself a few bucks. Wake Forest going to be hopping tonight with a Friday night on white and football over at Wake Forest High School. Max will be there. His riveting call. Pass. Caught. Right? You hopefully be a little bit more warmed up than that. A little more warmed up than Major League.
It very well may sound like one of these teams just won the Super Bowl. We'll see. We'll see.
You know what? That's okay.
Look, if somebody has a highlight, I'm going to make sure that the excitement level is there. So, like, if it's a Sports Center top 10 type deal, like, you're going to know about it.
Amp it up. Amp it up. It's his motivation to do well, to get himself ready for the regular season. The same way for the Carolina Panthers as they try to get ready for the regular season as well. And we saw a lot of preseason action last night. Fairly solid football for the most part. Yes, we had a tie in the preseason games, but they don't matter. They don't care. Nobody cares about preseason football. Well, for the Panthers, it's a little bit different. A little bit different than in past seasons for the Carolina Panthers, where now there's a little bit of trust to make sure that the group known as the ones, the starters, the guys who are expected to start on offense and defense, will get some run tomorrow afternoon in Buffalo. This is an early game, by the way. It's preseason games, 1 o'clock on a Saturday. There is no television coverage, so the only place to get it, our family station, Mix 101.5. The national people will not see Carolina's ones go, and again, here's where the skin is in the game, go against Buffalo's ones. Josh Allen is expected to take a few snaps. So you will get at least an early gauge of what Carolina and Buffalo will look at. Now, Carolina is not going to dump the entire playbook on the Buffalo Bills in the first quarter tomorrow. Let's just set that expectation right away. Dave Canales tried to do the same thing. Head coach Dave Canales talking about benchmarks for his offense starting tomorrow.
Yeah, benchmarks to me would be the urgency getting up to the line, the full group, attacking the line of scrimmage, making sure we're playing with great tempo. And then I just want to see our play style show up. I want to see the guys playing aggressively, making yards, making the plays I know they know how to make. And, of course, it all starts with the run game. So that starts with the O-line up front. And JB and Trevor and AJ being able to get out there and run physically the way we want our guys to run.
And that will be the challenge. That will be the challenge for the Carolina Panthers as they want to establish a running game. And they will have to do so with yet, if it wasn't a Carolina Panthers 2026 training camp without another soft tissue hamstring injury or whatever it is, it wouldn't be training camp. Chuba Hubbard going to be out for a bit. Here's the latest from Coach Canales on Chuba.
Yeah, we got an MRI on it. He got a hamstring. It's a legit hamstring. It's week to week right now the way we see it. So we're going to get him in RTP. We're going to get him some treatment. Very confident he'll be ready for game one. Trying to get him out there sooner than that. But again, we'll be smart about it. We'll get him back in the appropriate time.
So more carries for this running back room, which Chuba Hubbard was supposed to come in and be the one. He was going to be the dude to carry the mail for Canales and Brad Idzik's play-calling offense. So now you've got to figure out if Jonathan Brooks, who has not taken a legitimate pop so far in the preseason, can take a pop, can get hit by one of these big Ed Oliver types on the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, coaches, staff, and a lot of fans watching tomorrow, they're gonna I'm going to hold their breath and maybe kind of cringe a little bit anytime Jonathan Brooks takes on contact. Like, is he going to hold up? Hopefully so.
It has to be, and multiple times too. Like, so last night, Jeremiah Love got in the game for the first time, got the action for the first time for Arizona, and looked really good. Like, he was pretty amazing in the limited amount of touches that he had. And again, it's the Las Vegas Raiders defense, but he looked pretty solid. You want that same kind of explosiveness out of Brooks. Like, he's the guy that you truly do need that from, whether it's a play calling thing to get him outside or inside and find some gaps, whether it's just him doing some natural ability that he showed off when he was, graduating from university. That feels so long ago, right? 3 seasons ago, when he had that explosiveness before all the knee things. If he can get that going, then all right, let's put up some green flags, green lights, and thumbs up. Get him running. It will mean more opportunities for him with Hubbard out. Like Hubbard, and Canales saying that Hubbard is not going to be back until the start of the regular season. That's being the goal against the Chicago Bears 1 month from now. Okay, that means more extra carries for your running back room to where they either have to make it really tough or really easy for that staff to go, hey, let's keep him, or hey, we need to let him run and let him go. A.J. Dillon is a confident hand. Like, I have no problem, zero problem with saying that A.J. Dillon's going to make this team. He should. He absolutely should. You need a workhorse back, a physical back like that. He's the one dimension that they don't have in that backfield. Like, there's nobody there that goes 3rd down and 1, unless it's going to, and it's going to be obvious too. Between Hubbard and Brooks and HN, like, Dillon's the only dude that you're going to be able to go, hey, it's 3rd down and 2, or let's go get the 2. Like, you're going to have to, someone needs to plow the road with a little bit of weight behind him. He's the only guy that has that, like, capability as of today. If I'm speaking about specifically today, others could emerge into that kind of spot. But if I need a power gain and not I'm just going to keep my feet running really fast, that's the guy. That's the guy that's going to do it for you. So there are some expectations. There are some things that this team's going to have to deal with Hubbard being out and a starting unit, which is, it's going to be good for the backs too. If Brooks is the starter tomorrow in Buffalo, it'll be good for him to be able to run behind guys that will be there to plow the road week 1 as well. Not just guys that'll be plowing the road in week 2 of the preseason or week 3 of the preseason. Like, those are important. Those are important to take advantage of. For those guys, if they want playing time, they will need to seize these opportunities. Injuries, unfortunately, do provide opportunity. For gains, they provide opportunity for playing time, and they certainly provide opportunity for others to get a better look at you. All right, that's Max. I'm Paul. Next up here on 99.9 The Fan. So the big addition that we talked extensively about yesterday was bringing in Darren Waller. Dave Canales had his reasoning for bringing in Darren Waller, and this is what he said about the tight end, the former All-Pro.
I mean, just watching him over the years, he had a fantastic game here when they came last season and made some big plays against us. Again, just on brand with Dan and I, just looking for ways to challenge our roster, challenge our rooms, bring different types of talent into the rooms to really challenge the group and see what we have there. And we felt like it was a good fit. There was a lot of conversations back and forth about, just the vision and the group that he's coming into. So felt comfortable about that, found an agreement, and then we'll bring him in and do the physical and all that stuff shortly.
Okay, so there's the bit, like physical gifts, which is what we talked about yesterday. Physical gifts. 6'5", 6'6", big dude, good hands, creates opportunities in the red zone, which is what the Carolina Panthers need. Reduce the excuses and create some motivation for this unit to do well. Now, can he absorb a playbook in 24 hours? Probably not. His role will be limited tomorrow, if at all he gets on the field. But he's a guy they're going to look to. A line to look to provide some offensive spark in a team that sometimes could use offensive spark in the red zone. Let's be honest. They could use that. And with the injuries that keep stacking up, especially when it comes to offensive players, this is a good time for them to find some alternatives. A good time to find some alternatives to your regular playmaker. Tyrone McMillan's going to score touchdowns this year. That there is zero doubt. I don't think, well, that could go without saying. We say it out loud. He's going to get his. who else will get theirs as well? Is it Chuba Hubbard? Can he find that consistent line to the end zone where it's just, yep, I see it, I'm there all the time, and we're just going to stack them. We're just going to stack up trips to the promised land. Can Jalen Coker assume that role too? Like, you need to have some legitimate threats. You need to have some motivation to get there, some actual weapons for them to go to the end zone. And so we get a taste of that tomorrow. Again, with Carolina's ones going up against Buffalo's ones for as long as that possibly can be, and maybe it's a full quarter, that would be great. That would make it at least enticing to go, okay, let's tune in and see what Josh Allen does with his kind of new-look group and new-look head coach. And let's see what Bryce Young can do with, the RB2, but mostly wide receiver ones and wide receiver twos, and his guys that'll be up front protecting him. Like, this will be a nice little morsel. It's not going to be a full game plan. I mean, you're not going to be able to game plan as hard as I think they want to, but they can script out a few things and see if they can get the ball moving. Ideally, for the Carolina Panthers, they come out and they put one in the end zone, and we wipe our hands of it and go, business mission accomplished. We just take a drive down there, a sustainable, 8 play. It doesn't even have to be a grinder. I'm not looking for 12, 13 plays from this unit. I'm looking for like 8. Splash the pot a little bit, throw downfield a little bit, knowing that you guys can go downfield, run simple route trees, couple handoffs to Brooks. Again, the idea for the goal for this offense should be to get Jonathan Brooks touches and just to have him bounce off a few guys and pinball a little bit. That's about it. Don't need much more than that, but he needs to absorb a few hits, absorb a few contact. And to be honest, it wouldn't be bad if they made Bryce Young scramble at least one time. Get him moving and see what that does for his legs, just to shake out the cobwebs from having to sit around since the playoff loss to the Los Angeles Rams. Keep it simple. That's all you need to do. So that game tomorrow, 1 o'clock kickoff in Buffalo, 12 o'clock pregame. You can listen to all the action on our family station Mix 101.5 all afternoon on a Saturday when you're not doing anything else, right? You got nothing else to do except listen to Carolina Panthers preseason football. And it'll be fine. It will be fine. We have preseason football tonight on the Fan as well. Last night there was plenty of preseason action. Pittsburgh's third-round draft choice, Drew Aller, got into a football game and played pretty well with a bunch of third-string and fourth-string guys. That was the game on NFL Network last night, by the way, Pittsburgh and Green Bay. Everyone had hoped, maybe Aaron Rodgers will get to throw the ball once. He didn't touch it one time. But then Mason Rudolph in there, and he was throwing the ball around. Mason Rudolph, former starter in the NFL, right? We also talked about yesterday all these starters getting into football games, making things happen. But Drew Aller did really well for Pittsburgh. And they're going to have a issue next year. The Steelers can deal with it next year. This year, let's just win with who we got. We got Michael Pittman Jr. and we got DK Metcalf. That is all we need. If Aaron Rodgers can time up with those guys, Pittsburgh will win 10 games and they'll be in the playoffs or sneak into the playoffs or whatever it is. Not worried about Green Bay. Not worried about Cincinnati and Detroit. Not worried about Indianapolis and New Orleans. Anthony Richardson threw for 145 yards yesterday. He was fine. He's not fighting for a starting position. He would like to be fighting for a starting position. That will not happen in Indianapolis. I believe that copper pot is too tarnished at this point. There is no saving it. There is no amount of simple green or whatever it is that made-for-TV stuff that you dip your tarnished silver and bronze in, whatever that stuff is, and make it shiny again. Anthony Richardson is no longer shiny. He is not the shiny penny. He is not the shiny pot. He's the backup and will be the backup. Gardner Minshew the same way in Las Vegas, although we did see Fernando Mendoza operate quite a bit. Had a few passes, had a few plays he probably wish he could have had back, but he looked pretty good. I'm like, for a number one pick, flashes of brilliance. His last play, the last play was the last play of the first half, threw a touchdown in between 3 defenders. It wasn't a skilled throw, but it was a tight window, and he made it count. And that's all he needed to do. Is he going to start week 1? Probably not with Kirk Cousins there. But for the Raiders, a glimpse into their future. An absolute glimpse into their future. Trey Lance, remember him? He plays for the Los Angeles Chargers now. He was fine. And Adrian Martinez, the former Nebraska quarterback, did just fine as well. Tennessee got a win. That's a big deal, I think, for Tennessee in the preseason. against the 49ers. That's a significant kind of thing. And by the way, Martinez was playing for San Francisco, not for Tennessee. Cam Ward was not great in this one, nor was anyone expecting him to be, considering what he was kind of throwing around. But Tony Pollard started in that game. Tony Pollard, again, 1,000-yard rusher a couple seasons ago. They were running out the starters in Tennessee to get things going. And the same thing will happen tonight with Carolina and Buffalo. Again, expectations more than anything else as we get things going. The preseason is underway. A lot of good games last night. Entertaining. I will say absolutely entertaining. And 3 more tonight as well in the NFL. And then tomorrow, the Carolina Panthers. I'm not making any great points here. I'm just saying football's back.
There's only so much you can say.
Back.
There's only so much you can say about preseason week 1.
Football's back.
It's they're on the field, they're wearing pads, they got helmets on, and they're trying to win, kind of.
They're trying their best. So I hope both teams played hard and had fun.
I'm Max Goren with 3 things you need to know right now from 99.9 The Fan. The Carolina Panthers will face off with the Buffalo Bills at their new stadium at Orchard Park, New York, tomorrow. Catch coverage of that preseason game as well as all Panthers games this season on our family station Mix 101.5 with kickoff scheduled for 1 p.m. The NBA released its full regular season schedule yesterday, and the Charlotte Hornets will open their season on Wednesday, October 21st in Brooklyn against the Nets. Charlotte will face LaMelo Ball and the Minnesota Timberwolves on the road on January 29th, and he will return to Charlotte on February 15th. The Durham Bulls snapped a 3-game losing streak last night, defeating the Memphis Redbirds 3-2. That series continues tonight at the DBAP. Bulls coverage is available on 620 AM Buzz Sports Radio, 99.9 FM HD2, and WRAL News Plus, with first pitch scheduled for 6:45 p.m. For all the latest news on your favorite teams, download the 99.9 The Fan app or visit 999thefan.com.
The Charlotte Hornets, the 2 dates you need to remember. Obviously, opening night, the 21st of October, just around the corner, if you can believe that, as they open at Brooklyn. The other one's Halloween night. I don't know how you're all going to manage this, because Halloween night, there's also a lot of football that day, a lot of college football on that October 31st. The Charlotte Hornets will host the Philadelphia 76ers and hopefully a healthy LeBron James. Now, I don't think Philadelphia's coming off a back-to-back. Charlotte is. Charlotte's on a roadie that night at Washington, so not too far away. And then they come home to play Philadelphia. The next time Philadelphia comes to town, again, on the LeBron James perhaps retirement tour, maybe not, December 21st, Monday, first day of winter. Those are the ones Hornets will want to lock in on. As Max mentioned, the return of LaMelo Ball later in the season, I
President's
should say.
Day.
Yeah, President's Day is part of that quadruple header.
It's a noon tip.
At home, too. So I'm like, day after Super Bowl, get up, go downtown Charlotte, watch some basketball.
Uptown.
Will come back. Yeah, I'm like, uptown. Yeah, right, uptown. There's no downtown Charlotte, really, is there?
I don't think so.
I'm like, everything is kind of uptown, even though the arena is kind of on the south side of uptown. So is it like?
I think they're
Uptown
downtown. The downtown is just
South?
called Uptown.
Yeah, right. I'm like, so I don't know. That's just weird. It's so having lived in Atlanta, they have the same kind of bit. There is a downtown Atlanta, but there's a midtown Atlanta, but there's no like uptown. It's like midtown. Like, where's the rest of it? Where's everything else? Well, they call it Dunwoody. What? I don't know.
Something to watch for the Hornets too. I think it's pretty fortuitous. They draw the Nets on opening night. They played the Nets opening night at home last season. They've won 5 straight opening night games, 5 years in a row. Won the first game of the season, and now they're going on the road to play pretty much the worst team in the Eastern Conference to start the year this year. So maybe that streak will continue, but they've got a chance to kind of get off to a good start. They got a couple of divisional opponents right after that, too. They've got the home opener is the next game against the Hawks, and then they are hosting Miami at home on the first Saturday night of the season. So be an interesting little stretch to start the year. They really just need to not go 4-14 to start the season like they did this past year.
That would be helpful.
And then they won't need a completely like red hot supersonic run to get into the play-in. I think they can just kind of maybe tread water at that level pretty much all year. They'll probably finish with anywhere between like 40 to 45 wins and make the play-in again. That is my prediction.
This is a long season. This is a 6-month season. I mean, I get it. I mean, the NHL's the same way. It just they run nearly the. Actually, they don't. They don't run the same time frame at all. Like the NHL.
Yeah, the NHL starts like a month earlier now.
The NHL starts at the end of September, and they end roughly the same time as the NBA. The NHL schedule is long. Like when you look at it, and then you look at the All-Star break. The All-Star break for the NBA is much later this year. Like it's at the end of February, like way at the end of February. Yeah, just that it's unusual how that works out. But you gotta like, I don't know if you like what the NBA is doing. They've jammed a lot of what they're calling reunions in January for a lot of teams. That obviously with the Minnesota. And Charlotte plays at Minnesota, by the way, so the reunion actually happens 2 weeks prior. That's January 29th. So they play at Minnesota on the 29th. When ball comes back here is 2 weeks later. And you've got Trae Young going back to Atlanta, kind of, sort of, but he was injured, so he didn't actually play there. Paul George, I don't know if that's a reunion. Is that really a reunion? Paul George is bouncing around so many times. Is it really a reunion in Philadelphia?
Well, it's like a Jaylen Brown type of deal, really.
Right.
I think more so that than anything. I mean, there's me and my friends, we share the Hornets season tickets, so I've gone through and ranked like all of the home games. And honestly, I think it's a pretty favorable schedule in general for the Hornets. Lots of fun home games, decent amount of weekend home games. So I'm excited for it to get going. I'm really excited for all the sports to come back. It's kind of a slow trickle. We've got football kind of coming down the pike. We're 15 days from week 0 of college football.
Game week's 8 days,
yeah.
right?
NFL season will be shortly thereafter. Then hockey following that, and then basketball. We'll get into it, and then college basketball will be back too. And then I can jump back into the bracketology. As we get kind of closer to the turn of the new year.
You mentioned La Liga. You missed out on La Liga and Premier League.
Yeah, the Prem. That's next weekend is the Prem.
Yeah,
First game's Friday with Arsenal and Coventry. I think Man City and Arsenal are playing in the Community Shield this weekend, which is kind of like the preseason kickoff game. And then it'll be the first game week of the Premier League season next weekend. So it's all coming back. It's all getting back into full swing. We just need to hold out a little longer. About another week or so, week or two, and then things will really start getting into high gear, and we won't have to be kind of sitting around wondering, gosh, what is there to watch tonight? There's just nothing. There's nothing going on. There's no games.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. We just keep rolling, right? We keep rolling. We don't have to play too many parlor tricks with you. Just there's a handful of things that are coming out there. Charlotte, by the way, they do get Giannis early. They get that game on the Saturday, the first week, the Saturday.
Yeah, the 24th.
It comes to Charlotte. So, new look Miami.
I don't think they're going to be that good.
So Miami with Giannis, and and Bam Adebayo. There you go. Take those as you have them.